Okay, let's dive right in. We are going back to the very, very beginning. Not the beginning of time, but the beginning of, well, you. We're talking about the one thing that is the start of every single process that keeps us alive and kicking. We are talking about the cell. This is the key, the absolute foundation for understanding everything about our health and nutrition.
I mean, have you ever really stopped to think about it? It kind of feels like magic, right? You eat some food, and then your body just works. You can move, you can heal, you can think. But how in the world does that actually happen? The real answer isn't in your stomach, not really. It's happening on a scale so tiny you can't even see it. And this quote right here, it just nails it. The cell is this microscopic stage where all the nutrients from your food get transformed into the actions and structures of your body. It's not just a metaphor, it is the literal physical bridge between what you eat and who you are. So, first up, from your plate to you. Let's trace that incredible journey that turns a simple meal into muscle and thought and pure energy. You're about to see that the connection is way more direct than you might think. Think about it. Every single thing your body does, and I mean everything, from flexing a bicep to remembering your first pet's name, it's all a biological process. And every one of those processes needs two things: fuel and building blocks. And where do they come from? They come directly from the nutrients delivered to and then processed by your trillions of individual cells. That brings us to section 2, life's microscopic engine. To really get a grip on this, we've got to follow the food. We're going to follow it on its amazing journey from your mouth all the way down to the tiny, tiny engines that power your very existence. So here is the simplified path, the roadmap. It all starts with ingestion. That's just a fancy word for eating. Then comes digestion, breaking it all down. From there, the nutrients hop into the bloodstream to get transported around. But here's the crucial part, the part that matters most. Those first 3 steps, that's just the delivery service. The real magic, the part where food actually becomes you, happens in steps 4 and 5, when the cell takes in the nutrients and puts them to work. And that is why we're starting here, at the cellular level. See, you can't really understand nutrition by just looking at food groups or counting calories. You have to understand the final destination, the cell, because that's the place where every single process that defines your health actually kicks off. So let's take a tour, shall we? I want you to completely forget the idea of a cell as just a simple blob of jelly. That's not it at all. A much better way to think about it is as a complex, bustling, and incredibly organized metropolis. So welcome to Cell City. And just like any big city, it's got 3 main districts. You've got the cell membrane, which is basically the city border, controlling everything that comes in and goes out. Then, inside, you have the cytoplasm. This is the bustling city center where all the action happens. And overseeing the entire operation is the nucleus. Think of it as City Hall, holding all the master plans and instructions. Let's zoom in on that cytoplasm for a second. I just love this description from our source material. It calls it a mixed fruit jelly. The clear jelly part is the cytosol, and all the little bits of fruit floating around in it, those are the specialized structures called organelles. It's just a perfect way to picture this busy, functional space, isn't it? And to give you a sense of scale, get this. The largest human cell we have, the oocyte, is about 100 micrometers. That's about the width of a single human hair. Now, compare that to some of the smallest cells in your brain, which can be just 4 micrometers across. It's an incredible range, but they all operate using that same basic city plan. Okay, now let's meet the fruits in our jelly, the organelles. These are not just random blobs floating around. No way. They are the specialized workforce of Cell City. These are the power plants, the factories, and the sanitation crews that keep the whole place running 24/7. First up, the mighty mitochondria. You've probably heard of them. They're the power plants of Cell City. Their whole job is to take in nutrients, like glucose, and convert them into something called ATP. ATP is the actual energy currency that powers almost every single thing your body does. It's simple. No mitochondria, no power. End of story. Next, let's meet the ribosomes. These are the city's countless little construction sites or factories. Their job? To build proteins. And proteins are the materials used for just about everything. They form your muscles, they act as enzymes to make chemical reactions happen, they even carry signals. These ribosomes are the master builders of the city. Of course, every busy city produces waste, and that's where the lysosomes come in. They are the city's sanitation and recycling department. They are filled with these powerful enzymes that break down old, worn-out cell parts and get rid of any foreign invaders. Their work keeps the city clean and efficient. Without them, the whole system would just grind to a halt. It's an absolutely vital job. So let's do a quick roll call of the main departments. You've got the mitochondria, our power plants, generating all the energy. The ribosomes are the factories, building essential proteins. Then you have the Golgi apparatus, which is kind of like the city's post office, packaging and shipping those proteins where they need to go. And it's all directed by the nucleus, City Hall, which holds the DMA blueprint for the whole operation. It's just a beautiful, perfectly contained system. All right, Section 5. Now that we've had our tour of Cell City, let's zoom back out of the microscope for a minute. Because understanding all of this, really understanding it, fundamentally changes how you should think about food. And here it is. This is the ultimate takeaway from all of this. The next time you sit down for a meal, try not to just think about how it tastes or how many calories it has. Instead, think about what you are sending down to those trillions of intricate, microscopic cities. Are you sending them high-quality fuel for their power plants, the right building materials for their factories, the vitamins and minerals that the entire workforce needs to do their jobs right? Because at the end of the day, that's what it all comes down to. Your health isn't some big abstract idea. It is the real, tangible results of how well your trillions of individual cells are doing their jobs. So the final question is a pretty simple one. What are you